Hi, welcome back to Mainichi Japan Vid. And today we're gonna talk about letters, which are kanji and kana. Okay, so today I'm using the whiteboard. Hopefully my writing is not too ugly. Here we have China with Korea coming out, and then we have like Vietnam. Okay, this is China. This is Japan. Japan, kind of, right? So in the olden days, Japan had its own language and its own people. La 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 la. We're Japanese. Some of them are Ainu who move here. Well, they're actually Emishi and then become Ainu. No. Anyway, they're like older people, and then some people also come from Korea, and then it became Japan. And I'm gonna talk about history in another video. Oh, by the way, watch the 20 minutes video. That's video is amazing. Right, no, 9 minutes, right? History of Japan in 9 minutes. Okay, so here in China, they had civilization. Had well, Japan kind of had something as well, but China also had something, and they actually had writing, which came from drawings that became writing, kind of like what they have with the alphabet. But yeah, they had something like that, and so eventually they had kanji. So kanji. Ooh, can I write the kanji for kanji? I think it's this. Oh my god, I'm embarrassing myself in front of many people, right? Uh, hopefully, I didn't make a mistake. Please do forgive me for my bad writing. Uh, I'm not sure. It's easier to write the simplified version. Okay, hanche. Uh, or, ooh, what is it in Korean? Hanga, I think. I don't know. But yeah, so we have kanji or hanche. What is this? Han is actually the Han people. This is Han. Oh, well, actually, this is Han. In Japanese, Han is read as kan. Okay. So kanji ji just means writing or alphabet. So the writing of the Han people. Even in Japanese, it's still called that because it was actually from China, and Han people is like, well, at least in modern China, like most people are like Han people, right? I don't know what they were called Han. Was it like the Han dynasty? I'm not sure. But they had the kanji. Kanji then came to Japan, probably through Korea, most likely, right? Because Buddhism also came through Korea, I believe. Anyway, Japanese people with their own language, then they started using kanji. Chinese also came, and I think like the uh, government official also spoke Chinese, I believe, but they also obviously spoke Japanese. Okay, so Japanese adopted kanji, which is why we have kanji in Japan, and yeah, you would find most of the time the same meaning. So this means sun, although the reading is different in Chinese is re, or is it re? Anyway, is re with a tone that I'm not sure which tone is it. It is, but in Japanese it's read as, for example, he or nichi. Okay, I'm read he, nichi. Well, depending on the reading. So Japanese has more reading. Oh, I think it's like more nichi, the Chinese uh, counterpart. Or like, let's look at this. Another example that's better. Mountain. It's I don't know the tone again in Chinese. Shang or shang or shang. I don't know. I'm gonna guess it's second tone. Shang. So it's shang. What is it in uh, Japanese? It's san. Similar, right? Yes, they both mean mountain. And so Japanese people adopted the writing and also the reading, right? So they also read it as sun. So, for example, this is fire mountain, so it's kazang, right? Oh, fire mountain, it's a volcano, kazang. So they actually adopted this. However, they also had another word for mountain, which is yama. So this kanji can be read either as sun or as yama. So that's a bit confusing. In Japanese, you have several reading for most kanjis. One of them the Chinese, and one of them the what's it called? What did I say? Japanese. Yeah, one the Chinese and one the Japanese. All right, kanji came. So people here they have kanji, but you want to write uh, things in Japanese. Sometimes you want to write your name, for example, in your name, like you cannot write in kanji. So you would take kanji with some reading, uh, and you would uh, just like force it. For example, if you've ever read like what is America in uh, Chinese, right? America is 美国, uh, 美, 美. I'm sorry, I'm bad with kanji. 美国. Uh, so May is what? May actually come from America. They took the May. But the May here actually means beautiful. Beautiful. And like, but this is just because it's like, oh, let's just make America. They like, they're force it, right? The I is probably like this kanji. This is just read as I don't know how to write it. May. They probably have like a kanji for ri or something, right? I'm just making things up. What's ka? Ka in Chinese. What's read as ka? I don't know. But they probably have something read as ka or something, right? If they have ka at all. Or for example, like, do you know how they in Chinese how they say Coca-Cola? They say I'm not gonna write the kanji because I don't remember. Oh, actually, I kind of remember. Uh, it's I believe it's this. Cook. Oh, I don't remember the tone. Right? I'm sorry if I'm mistaken, and especially if you don't understand Chinese. So this basically, oh, what's this? And one more kanji. I don't know. So this means drink and I think happy. So it's cool, 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 and it's like Coca Cola. It's like they just look for like kanji or hanzi in this uh, particular context that kind of like sound the same. So it's still they still do it in Chinese. Like you can find it. It's just like yeah, let's just because we don't know. For example, coffee is cafe. It's just like they take like a word that sounds like that has the sound ka, word that has sound fei, and then they just put them together cafe, but it doesn't really mean anything. Although this all supposed to have meaning. Sometimes they just use it for the reading, right? And that's what Japanese people also did. And as time went on, the kanji that they use for writing, they simplify it. They just write it like it's called the grass writing. So what's it called? Oh, I don't remember. Let me check my book. Checking the book, checking the book, making the noise. Sogana, sogana, which means grass kana, right? And so they just like some letters, for example, this like devolve into this eventually. It became sogana and then they become hiragana. So they just they got written like kuzusu. What's it? It's like simplified. They got simplified, and the simplified version here they had like the reading. So it became phonetic. So this is read as a. Doesn't have any meaning. As opposed to like a kanji here, this means mountain. This means a river. This means water, right? Can have several reading. Here, this has no meaning. It's just ah. It's a phonetic phon meaning sound, phonetic letter. Here, this is an ideogram, I believe. And because it's phonetic, no meaning, it just convey a sound. Exactly the same as the Roman alphabet, which in Japanese we call Romaji. Once again, if you remember, this G means letter, right? So this is the Roman letter in or syllable, no letter. And in Japanese, so they have this a and then e, and so this is hiragana. And they also like develop another writing system. Like it's kind of difficult to explain if you don't understand kanji, but what happened is that now we have two different kanas. Kanas are like the phonetic. We have what we call hiragana and katakana. katakana, which evolved, I believe, differently and for different purpose in the past, and now also they have different purpose. So hiragana and katakana, and Japan is a syllabary. What is it? So it's what we have are syllables. We don't have like vowels and consonants like in English. We have like A, then you have like K, and this is like not K, this is K, right? This is a K sound. So you put K and A, you get Ka, for example, right? Uh, in Japanese, no, you get no syllables. So you'd have like you have five uh, vowels basically, and then you have like the no sound, you have the K, you have the S, you have the T, and then so you have just have one letter for each. This is A, this is Ka, this is Sa. So you cannot just combine things. Each of them has a letter, which means we have way more letters, right? This is Ta, this is I, this is then Ki, right? This is Shi, and so on. And there are some exceptions. I'm not going to talk about them here. And it's exactly the same for katakana, just that letters are different. So this is A in katakana. This is I in katakana. This is Ka in katakana. It's similar actually. This is Ki in katakana. Still similar. This is different again. Sa. Ta. Right? The katakana and hiragana are different. But they're syllabary. And because they're syllabary, uh, each like ka, ki, ku, ke, ko, each is one letter instead of just having the consonant and combining it with the vowel. And in the end, so you have, ooh, I can't recall, I think 46 basic letters. And then you have like the change in sounds, which I think come to a total of like around 80 for each hiragana and katakana. Maybe. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact number. Let's say 80-ish. So 80 hiragana, 80 katakana. But that's nothing compared to like the kanji, right? There's like you need to know around 2000 kanji, I believe. Nah, you don't need to know all the 2000s. I think you can live with like 1500. Good enough. I think I know probably just around 1600, 800 maybe is what I know. I don't know all 2000, I think. But like basically they're like 2000 something kanji uh, that you're supposed to know. But yeah, so like the hiragana and katakana are nothing, and hiragana and katakana are amazing because like let's say you have a kanji you don't know, then you have the furigana, right? It's just like this is the hiragana sound which convey the reading. So this is I'm gonna go on a rant about why manga is the best way to learn Japanese, and this is one of the reason. So yeah, those are the letters in Japanese. Uh, if you didn't know yet, uh, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Uh, yeah, kana, kanji. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, if you have any questions, I mean, I guess put them in the comments. Though most people who like Japan probably already know all of this. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in another video.